What do you want? I don't have time for cursed salvagers. Well, you don't look like a damn mercenary, and you don't smell like a stinking farmer. Why else would you be here? If you're not a salvager, then I don't even want to know why you'd go to the Enclave. Nothing but rumor. They say the spirits of the angry dead haunt the ruins. On a quiet night, you can hear the ghosts howling and scraping around. Oh, you know, the folks around Kunda. Go there yourself and get the details firsthand. You'll find the Kunda outpost just outside the landing port. Is this going to take long? I'm busy, you know. Not sure what they're doing here other than causing trouble. There's not really much work here for mercenaries. Maybe they're here to collect the bounty on that Jedi. I don't know for sure, but that's what they say. Is this going to take long? I'm busy, you know. Can't you tell? I'm a mechanic. In fact, I'm the only mechanic here in Kunda. I'm responsible for maintaining everything mechanical or electrical at the Kunda outpost. Yeah, sometimes it seems nothing works around here, but I don't have time to complain. Too much work to do. Is this going to take long? I'm busy, you know.
Greetings, and good day, traveler. On behalf of the Kunda settlement, I am programmed to welcome you to Dantooine. My apologies. I have no recollection of the Sith invasion topic. Error. Memory overflow. Resetting. May I be of any further service to you? Processing. Exterior damage analysis. Level 7 impairment. Multiple casing breaches detected. Bipedal servos misaligned by 32 degrees. Memory storage overflow. Memory unit is approximately 56 months overdue for maintenance. Greetings, Jedi. Welcome back to Dantooine.
Hey, did that droid just call you a Jedi?
May I be of further service to you, Jedi?
No mistake about it. That droid is calling you a Jedi. Well, I suppose not. Your eyes aren't glowing and you don't have horns sticking out of your forehead. Crazy droid. Sorry for being jumpy. It's just that we hate the Jedi here. Why? The Jedi are the cause of everything bad that's happened here in the last 5 years. Oh, don't get me started. I got too much work to do to stand around and rant about the damn Jedi. If you want to hear more, just talk to anyone in Kunda Outpost.
Greetings, Jedi. May I be of any further service to you? Dantooine is a rural world, far removed from most galactic trade routes. Historically, agriculture has been Dantooine's primary industry. Since the destruction of the Jedi Enclave, salvage of the ruins has become a key area of growth for the local community. The famed ruins of the Jedi Enclave can be found northwest of the Kunda outpost. You may visit the ruins at your own risk. Zeron strongly urges salvagers to avoid the highly dangerous sublevel of the Enclave ruins. My apologies. I have no recollection of the Sith invasion topic. May I be of any further service to you? The local militia occasionally offers employment to qualified soldiers. Speak to Zeron in the Kunda outpost. Additionally, many visitors come to Kunda to explore the ruins for salvage opportunities. Kunda's salvage industry is a main source of income for the local community. At their own risk, salvagers may remove relics from designated salvage areas within the ruins. The fee to remove a relic from Dantooine is proportionate to the appraised value of the item. For more details, speak to Administrator Terena Adare at the Kunda outpost. May I be of any further service to you? The main area of interest for visitors is the Kunda outpost. There you will find the local officials who preside over the Dantooine colony. Administrator Terena Adare and Militia Leader Zeron. Zeron strongly urges salvagers to avoid the highly dangerous sublevel of the Enclave ruins. Due to reduced militia manpower, several dangerous beasts overpopulate the more rural areas of Dantooine. For more information, speak with Zeron in the Kunda outpost. The Kunda outpost is just outside this landing facility. May I be of any further service to you? My memory banks recognize you as a Jedi. You are among many Jedi who were trained in the Academy here at the Enclave, prior to its destruction during the Sith invasion. You are on the register as one of the Jedi who left the Enclave to fight in the Mandalorian Wars. My memory has no record of your return before now. You had no direct interaction with this droid. However, I had one instance of a conversation between Masters Vrook and Vandar regarding you. Beginning playback. Error. Recording partially corrupted. Resolving.
Today I caught her in a heated argument with my Padawan. Her master refuses to properly discipline. I want to know what action you intend.
Luke, I respect your wisdom, but it is not your concern.
But uncontrolled. Whatever the other Padawans see her do, they are quick to do the same. Other students dislike her intensely.
True, an average student of the Force, but with a unique strength, is a natural leader.
I strongly disagree. Mediocre Jedi, lust for power, will lead to the dark side. Furthermore, it...
Recording degraded. End playback. May I be of any further service to you? If you will excuse me, I must continue my appointed rounds.
Preguntas, oicidan Kelfa, Fabuelta. Preguntas, oicidan Kelfa, Fabuelta. Preguntas, oicidan Kelfa, Fabuelta. Truth Blackfa, Fabuelta. Truth Black Fandigo Kelfa. Sidan Kelfa Badino kan Kelfa, Linda Trufta. Preguntas, oicidan Kelfa, Fabuelta. Truftadan Kelfa, oicidan Kelfa. Sidan Kelfa Badino kan Kelfa, Linda Trufta. Truftadan Kelfa. Oicidan Kelfa, Sidan Kelfa Badino kan Kelfa, Linda Trufta. Fandigo Kelfa, Fabuelta. Linda Trufta. Oicidan Kelfa Badino kan Kelfa. Sidan Kelfa Badino kan Kelfa, Linda Trufta. Aventuras no hicieron elfa. La vuelta.
Charanana gundoso remina che l'orak de guru katada. Fiore tora pada no ringatel camarada tela fibu nubu de veterana cenirara. Charanana gundoso remina che l'orak de guru katada. Fiore tora pada no ringatel camarada tela fibu nubu de veterana cenirara. Deru inturunto wakare kwe wapa tera tana chingaradana. Fiore pada no de ringtada nel camarada tela fibu nubu de dosene karamala blur incidera mel rebebe chinchin kranaktada. Der inturunto wakare kwe wap gerebu, ninso telepachan korsadarane gra dalonuta choloren. Terewana jun konata della raguno antunna. Dai rinturun kawre kare papanala ranchinga. Derace wemeno totorere senesenten. Der inturunto wakare kwe wap gerebu, ninso telepachan korsadarane gra dalonuta choloren. Der inturunto wakare kwe wapa teratana chingaradana. Fera rampada no de ringtada nel camera cella fibor nubodat. Dosene karamala blur incidera mel rebebe chinchin kranaktada. Der inturunto wakare kwe wap gerebu. Ninso telepachan korsadarane gra dalonuta choloren. Terewana jun konata della raguno antunna. Dai rinturun kawre kare papanala ranchinga. Derace wemeno totorere senesenten. Der inturunto wakare kwe wap gerebu, ninso telepachan korsadarane gra dalonuta choloren. Der inturunto wakare kwe wapa teratana chingaradana. Fera rampada no de ringtada nel camera cella fibor nubodat. Dosene karamala blur incidera mel rebebe chinchin kranaktada. Der inturunto wakare kwe wap gerebu, ninso telepachan korsadarane gra dalonuta choloren. Terewana jun konata della raguno antunna. Dai rinturun kawre kare papanala ranchinga. Derace wemeno totorere senesenten.
Hey, get away from that door. The last time somebody messed with it, it was locked down for months before we could fix it. Cause any more trouble for Dantooine. I've had enough of it for a lifetime.
Do you actually believe a Jedi would return here? After all they've done to us? They wouldn't dare.
They certainly would. Well, you remember how they were. Always so superior, so arrogant, and never lending a hand when we really needed them.
I still don't believe it.
You should. My cousin's friend, he used to tend the gardens around the Enclave. He swears he saw a Jedi in Kunda. Could be hiding anywhere.
Well, I hope it's true. I hear there's a bounty on them, and we could certainly use the money.
Unless somebody beats you to it.
The salvages keep coming here and bothering the militia. That Garevik is the worst of them. If it weren't for the Jedi, we'd be a prosperous community. They brought us nothing but trouble.
Welcome to Kunda. You're a salvager, right? You'll need to see Administrator Adare to get access to the ruins. If you need directions to anything else, just ask. Her office is directly behind this room. You really can't miss it. She can see you now, if you like. You're not. The only heavily armed people that visit us are either salvages or mercenaries. And you don't look quite gritty enough to be a mercenary. The things that would most interest you are our weapon merchant and Zeron, the leader of our militia. Akere is still around here somewhere too. He sells droid components. Just go to the central corridor and make a right. His shop is the first on the right. If you get into any trouble, he's the person you'd contact. Unfortunately, recent problems with the salvagers and mercenaries have kept him quite busy. The mercenaries cause disruptions for some of our outlying settlers. They are a constant source of friction for us. I hear the salvagers are having some internal problems too. No, I couldn't. If you're really interested in that, just speak to Zeron. He's at the militia headquarters. Just make a right at the central corridor, and the headquarters is one of the rooms furthest in the back. We hope it will become the new center of government for the settlers. The Administrator has been trying to organize us in the wake of the Jedi Civil War. We're a small group of settlers on the edge of Republic space. The building isn't large, but it's only the beginning. Certainly. What do you want to know?
A lot of people here hate Jedi. But when they were here, they tried helping us. I don't blame them.
Are you waiting for the Administrator too? You won't have to wait too long. But if you want results, now that you may never get here. Kunda's like a droid without his power cell. Useless. We have problems all over, and the most you can get out of the Administrator is a pat in the back.
I'm sick of all their excuses and empty words. I need justice now.
I fought in the war, and I know how to use my blaster rifle. If the Administrator or Zeron doesn't do something, then I will.
Salvagers are the problem. They strip bare the ruins that belong to the people of Dantooine. Then they sell what they find back to us at inflated prices.
I'm not a violent man. I've had my share of it in the war. I sincerely hoped I could just hang my blaster rifle on the wall as a souvenir for my grandchildren.
But I can't farm without my equipment. Well, yes and no. I brought my moisture vaporator to Kunda to be serviced. On the way back to my farm, I took a shortcut next to the Enclave ruins. Damn Lagrix came out of nowhere. I had to run before they made a meal of me. When I returned to retrieve my equipment, the salvagers had already stripped it bare. I went to their camp to get back my moisture vaporator. This smug fellow Joran told me that he found it within the ruins, and by law, it belongs to him now. He said he'd give it to me for the bargain price of 500 credits. I wasn't very happy about it, but the law was on his side, so I paid the scoundrel. Now the moisture vaporator doesn't work, because it is mysteriously missing its modulator. Joran is offering to sell me a modulator he found for another 500 credits.
It's hard to deal with womp rats when you got a Gundark on your back. I believe she'll get around to it, but I think by then it'll be too late.
I understand that the wheels turn slowly on this sort of thing, but my crops are in immediate danger. The salvaging laws on Dantooine are a mess, and in my mind, they favor the salvagers.
I suppose you could. Actually, you almost look like a salvager.
If you could go to this salvager camp and convince the salvager Joran to return my modulator, I would be very grateful.
I'm not rich, but I have some souvenirs from the war I could give you. It's right next to the ruins of the Jedi Enclave. Just follow the smell. You can't miss them. That's great. I'm certainly not getting any help around here. If you need to know anything more, just ask me.
Zeron keeps goading the mercenaries. I think he should let the little things slide. He's making things worse for everyone.
Your luck is not of the hapless settler. You are the newcomer that lands in a battered ship, yes. No friendly greetings are here for you. I come here to speak to the militia and make them understand a truth. Something of mine they have in their possession. It's very unwise to stand in my way. I am done being inconvenienced by you.
Don't cause any more trouble for Dantooine. We've had enough of it for a lifetime.
A visitor. Please, come in. Welcome to Kunda. I am Administrator Turina Adari. You're the owner of the, ship that just landed? Depending on your business here, the pleasure may be mutual, but you didn't answer my question. Is that ship yours? And unless I'm much mistaken, that's the Ebon Hawk. That vessel has been on Dantooine before, during the war. That was a Jedi vessel. That is an unfortunate truth, and a wise request, which of course I will honor. Most settlers here hold bitter memories of the Sith occupation. Right or wrong, our settlers blame the Jedi and their hidden enclave for their suffering. I remember the old Jedi Masters and the considerable help they lent to Dantooine. I still maintain discreet connections with Jedi. I suppose your arrival here is no coincidence. My friend, let's just call him Vrook. We've known each other for many years, and our continued friendship could create many problems in the current political climate. He came to Dantooine not too long ago. He was looking into something quite important. He's gone missing recently. Did he send for you in case something went wrong? Vrook and I had a mutually beneficial arrangement for several weeks. He went to the Jedi Enclave sublevel recently and hasn't returned. I know the sublevel is dangerous. I'm starting to fear the worst. Would you be willing to go to the ruins of the Enclave to look for him? This could work to both of our advantage. You can search for artifacts for your own interest, and also for Vrook at the same time. I will have one of the militia transmit permissions to the Enclave security door. Go expecting danger, for you will most certainly find it there. Is there anything else I can assist you with? Like many parts of Dantooine, the sublevel of the Enclave has become infested with dangerous creatures. Large, vicious insects called Lagrex have made the sublevel their home. Several salvagers have reportedly been injured or killed by the Lagrex. I would expect a Jedi to fare better against the creatures than the salvagers, but Vrook has not returned in some time. Is there anything else I can assist you with? There are plenty of opportunities to assist people on Dantooine. Too many, I'm afraid. I would go to the militia headquarters and make your intentions known there. Besides that, just listen and ask around. To most people in the galaxy, the distinction between Sith and Jedi is a blurry one, especially since most Sith were once Jedi. It is complicated by the fact that Malak and Revan were great heroes of the Republic and famed Jedi Knights. But a few years later, they were leading an armada which threatened everyone. And here on Dantooine, the Jedi Enclave provoked a brutal occupation by the Sith. It could have been far worse, but even now the damage has not been fully mended. I don't think everyone hates Jedi. If just a few people changed their minds or spoke up, it could make a great deal of difference. I think that we need the help of the Jedi. If the Jedi's reputation isn't redeemed, the consequences could be quite regrettable. Until then, I would keep your identity secret. Who do you want to know about? There are 3 groups of people on the planet right now. The settlers, salvagers, and the mercenaries. Dantooine is one of the younger worlds of the Republic. A couple of generations ago, this world was still untamed. We made great progress, in no small part due to the Jedi. But recently, we have been losing ground. During the war, the most prominent settler families either fled or were executed by the Sith. Losing their resources and the Jedi was too great a loss. But now we are organizing and starting to truly work together. Once we achieve that, I am confident that Dantooine can be safe and prosperous again. No, I suppose I'm not. We need the Republic and always have. We aren't self-sufficient yet and we need aid. The fate of the Telos project is intimately tied to our own. The most humanitarian elements of the Senate have put their careers at stake in the rebuilding of Telos. If those efforts succeed, their prominence will grow and further aid will be given freely. But if they fail, there are colder, more authoritative elements in the Senate that could come to power. They would think nothing of leaving the strategically unimportant worlds to their own devices. That would be a tragic day for Dantooine and many other worlds. The Republic is in flux. Its final shape is uncertain. They are a necessary inconvenience. Money has been a great concern to us, ever since the Sandrals and Matalays were removed during the Jedi Civil War. The agricultural exports we produce just cover basic maintenance. To expand and prosper, we needed credits, so we had to exploit a valuable resource we had, the ruins of the Jedi Enclave. It was not a decision lightly made, and even then we couldn't do the work ourselves. Too dangerous, and every settler matters on our small world. So we opened the door to enterprising salvagers. The salvagers you see now are the last remnants of that force. The tithe we took from their claims sustains what semblance of government you see now. We plan on using those credits to improve production and protect our world. We have enough to sustain ourselves until more prosperous times. We tolerate their presence because we must, and they generally follow our laws. But their time is almost over. The Jedi Enclave's sublevel is the only place left with reasonable salvage, and it has too many dangers for them. The salvagers aren't warriors. Generally, they are out-of-work miners or cast-offs from other worlds. Mercenaries have been a problem for Dantooine since the end of the Mandalorian Wars. When the Jedi Enclave was here, they were firmly kept in check. But now, relations are uneasy between us. Their leader, Azkul, was a Sith trooper during the war, and I have no doubt he was very good at his job. Until they find work, tensions will grow. If you want to know more, I suggest you talk with Barun in the militia headquarters. He would have more details.
What brings you to Kunda? Do you have any troubles to report? I'm here to help. I just hope you aren't here about Garavek. Well, call me a defective protocol droid. Manners, right. I'm Barun Modril. I'm Captain Zeron's right-hand man. I help run the militia here. Well, that makes it sound more important than I am. Zeron takes a hands-on role in running the militia. If you have any real trouble, you'd have to go to him anyway. This is sensitive. It's not really a secret, though. A lot of people are upset with Zeron. He's a hard man and doesn't answer to anybody. Except, I suppose, the administrator. The thing is, he expects everyone to follow all the laws. That's not normally a bad thing, but the mercenaries are used to having a bit more freedom. So it's like Zeron keeps prodding a rancor with a stun stick. To a rancor, it's just a minor nuisance. But if you keep at it, he's gonna fight back. The mercenaries aren't unreasonable. They're mostly just war veterans looking for work. But Zeron just keeps poking them. So he has to get involved to make sure that the militia does what he wants. Otherwise, we'd probably give the mercenaries some room. It's tricky. You see, I think Zeron may be taking this whole thing a little personal. I'm not sure. Just a guess. I also think he's doing more to provoke them than just investigating every complaint against them hard. He's up to something. If someone could just ask a few questions, turn up some answers, maybe see if Zeron isn't being completely honest with the rest of us, well, then maybe he should be replaced. Just look around. See if Zeron's up to something on the side. Something that'll hurt the fragile peace we got with the mercenaries. So if you happen to find something out like that, you should see Administrator Adare. If you have to do some footwork to check into things, you'll be compensated. We should probably talk about something else. I hate going behind the captain's back. I just feel... I just have a feeling about it. I don't even want to get into it. Ask around if you want to know the details. It'll just make my headache worse if I talk about it. I don't know what we'd do without Administrator Adare. She managed to plow through a lot of the family bickering once the Sith left during the war. She's kept us together. Oh, and, Zeron too, I suppose. I'll tell you anything that's public knowledge. Most militia news passes by me and Zeron. I might be able to help. Oh, you heard about that. We have so much to look into that Sulru's concern is pretty low on our list. We asked the salvagers, but they claim that the salvager responsible is nowhere to be found. I've heard that rumor too. People get really riled up about Jedi around here. Some people seem to have a selective memory. During the war, the Jedi were a big help here. They did everything for us, from clearing out dangerous beasts to solving a murder investigation. I try to stay out of it, though. Standing up for Jedi is one way to become unpopular around here. Maybe, although I don't know why a Jedi would come back here. The only reason why people ever came here before was the Enclave, and with that gone... Easy to say for someone that doesn't live here. I'd rather grab an unshielded power coupling than get involved in that debate. The militia's dealing with enough already. You're not wrong there. For what good it'll do, if it comes up, I'll say what I think is right. You happy? I hope so. You may be my only friend in a few days. Talking about Jedi is just depressing these days. Any other cheerful problems you want to talk about? All right, stay out of trouble now.
Tochi monas runta, yun bola, watagratochi mulira, pitasa cantone tosha, posoma britushniki tuk tuk bamba, bora, Dino morira nibonon, kin un batno koktek, posoma britushniki tuk tuk bamba, bora, Dino morira nibonon, kin un batno koktek, posoma britushniki tuk tuk bamba, bora, Dino morira nibonon, kin un batno koktek, Hoshmanfu ni wado de kuta masapa. Tong hitwamaji. Yumali ba to atong into tune. Hoshmanfu ni wado de kuta masapa. Tong hitwamaji. Yumali ba to atong into tune. Insoranaka megunsoji. Nekchi una bola monchi wataton. Sobodono bisel chamaka. Dawanga nochi. Roren manama. Kochpa ino shan opora. Barachi no sukankadon, makamando uruno intervela ino. Unisidom kanakin mochi so akatla. Inkin kunma bolira michiki kun. Jenish melaka wachino so impos morcha chani rikasan. Wala kun bisking mupal mulira snemo poiduana. Bararanta miki sikosas. Yewenarama inosos miki sa winsor michi inkaranich wi okapom. Niko bolotong la do chong now. Barachi no sukankadon, makamando uruno intervela ino. Unisidom kanakin mochi so akatla. Inkin kunma bolira michiki kun. Barachi no sukankadon, makamando uruno intervela ino. Unisidom kanakin mochi so akatla. Inkin kunma bolira michiki kun. Bararanta miki sikosas. Yewenarama inosos miki sa winsor michi inkaranich wi okapom. Niko bolotong la do chong now. Hoshmanfu ni wado de kuta masapa. Tong hitwamaji. Yumali ba to atong into tune. Poso ma ritushniki tuk pamba pora Tino morira nibo non kin un patno koktak. Manosaf piti manapasa! Hey, drogo yuto son zata! Tuta mi sikiluta! Chuba yubang larang bogtara torang!
I heard a rumor that the administrator met with a Jedi. If that's true, I'll quit.
I'm the militia captain here. Are you here because you're in trouble or looking for it? I see. Well, what's your reason for coming to militia headquarters? Rare thing a visitor wanting to help out. Looks to me like you're here to explore the Jedi ruins. But we have a thing or two that need doing. You seriously want to help, just ask about it. Or any other questions you might have. You want something? I've seen a lot of visitors come through Kunda. You're the first one in a while that looks the capable sort. We have a small problem with Kinrath. Maybe you've already seen some of them. They're coming from a cave in the Kunda Plains. I'd take care of it myself, but there aren't many people in the militia. We'd lose too many men. There's a reward if you do it. Kinrath are normally just pests. We think something happened to their nest. Started near the end of the Civil War. Nobody knows for sure. Even the Ithorian. And they're smart about such things. Very. The Kinrath you see on the plains aren't as tough as the ones inside the caves. They may not look much different, but they are tough. I know there are crystals in there, too. Some of the salvagers once thought about going in there to get some extra credits. Too many Kinrath, though. Cave is on the southeast side of the plains. Shouldn't be hard to find. That's all I can ask. You want something? Some of the salvagers went deep into the ruins and found a lot of Jedi relics. It's the most valuable haul the salvagers ever got. But all the salvagers that went down there are dead. So it seems every day or so some salvager comes claiming they're owed by such and such, or that they're related. The whole thing makes me sick. Garavik says he won the whole claim in a Pazak game with the last survivor, right before he killed him. But that was a fair fight. There were witnesses. But nobody remembers Garavik ever playing Pazak. I just hope someone takes this blasted claim off my hands. I'm tired of those lowlives pestering me. We've got real work to do. You want something? You really should talk to Barun about general questions. There aren't more than a dozen of us, and there's too many problems. People keep hoping that the Republic sends help. But we gotta help ourselves. She's smart. She gets things done. The whole place would fall apart without her. Dantooine isn't the center of much anything. Our most talented people sometimes leave. Hard for someone to stay a farmer when they have the itch to do something greater. So we're lucky the administrator never went elsewhere. I bet she'd make a decent senator, even. It's our home. Might be the start of an honest capital someday. Right now, it's not much more than a swoop bike stop. I don't have anything to say about that. You want something? He did he? What's this about? I know we don't agree on this, but he's crossing a line. He lives in his sheltered, settler world. He doesn't know what some people are capable of. So he's asked you to go looking into what I'm up to. If I didn't need every last man here. Appreciate. All right, I can use your help. But you can't tell anyone. There's a mercenary captain near what's left of the Jedi Enclave's courtyard. His name is Dopak. Just tell him that I said, go ahead. That's all. You have questions, but it's like this conversation never happened, got it? Just do it. It'll help out Kunda. We can talk more later.
I hope that you haven't run into any difficulties you couldn't deal with. Is there anything else I can assist you with? I have no doubt that Barun means well, but I have every confidence in Zeron. I would ask you to ignore anything Barun asked of you. He doesn't see the full scope. I realize that I'm asking you for help, but you must also know that I am the head of this nominal government. It wouldn't be appropriate for me to divulge all information to you. What have you learned, Jedi? Forgive me if I seem to doubt your word, but I won't impugn Zeron on the basis of hearsay. So unless you have any physical evidence...
How may I serve?
What? You shouldn't sneak up on an old fella like that. You shouldn't be out of here anyway. This is Kinrath territory. There was a time when seeing a Kinrath was a rare thing. They mostly were around some caves to the south of here. But now, they're everywhere. They're dangerous, too. More vicious than they used to be. I'd stay away from the eastern side of the plains. And now that I think about it, stay away from the west, too. The west is filled with cath hounds. Dantooine is in a sad state these days. Mostly because the Republic has left us to fend for ourselves. I gave the Republic the best years of my life, and I understand they're under pressure. But I think that they'd be able to spare at least something to help us out. All we get is sympathy. Some law and order, for one thing. Take what I'm doing right now. A couple weeks back, there was an accident here. One of the Western Fringe farmers was coming to Kunda on his swoop with a load of atmospheric sensors. We found him dead and his swoop bike all banged up. I've come back a couple of times to try to figure out if that's what really happened. I do. The Kinrath are dangerous. But as long as you stay on your swoop bike, there's no way they should catch you. I've carefully searched this area and haven't found anything. So maybe our man just got sloppy. We really need those atmospheric sensors. I don't suppose you'd be willing to keep an eye out for something, It's technical. I doubt you'd understand it. but I'd really appreciate your help. I doubt you'll be able to find any evidence of what happened here, but you might come across the atmospheric sensors. They have to be somewhere. If you find any of them, just come back here. I'll pay you 1,000 credits for each one you can find, even if they're broken. No idea whatsoever. I figure it's a real long shot you'd ever spot one, but I also figure it wouldn't hurt to ask.
A weakness is revealed. Soon to battle. My life is yours. A weakness is revealed. How may I serve? Soon you shall know pain. You are no match for us. How may I serve? To battle. How may I serve?
Yutapak mito, hai best nikta tochi mapao krawe nosha. What a lord chiba fusot bachila nuba chubanok. Yatuka uwanrika chotin wani maurata wakata chiluma lithpa. Huta yanolia, jukta geni chuba wonki najung winoton ma no mivrita. Kavanatakalu, kavanami donki krato. Kavanatakalu, kavanami donki krato. Bram tabanin sochu. Da come jusmak miki baranye doso so rika chondin, wana magrable mogo. Yatuka wan rika chotin wani maurata wakata chi luma lithpa. Bram tabanin sochu. Da come jusmak miki baranye doso so rika chondin, Wana magrable moko.
How may I serve? A weakness revealed. A weakness is revealed. How may I serve? I shall make this one. How may I serve? I shall make this one see. Poison spreading through my body. My life is yours. I shall make poisons How may I serve? The honor is mine.
Your thoughts are disturbed. I can feel them from a great distance, like a shiver running through you.
Echoes. I feel echoes of the Force here.
Force-sensitive locations such as this absorb and reflect Force energy. The crystals are the catalyst here. I sense that Revan once passed through here, leaving a strong impression behind in the crystals. Perhaps future Jedi who visit this cave will feel our presence, as if seeing our footprints preserved in the soil. The crystals here are infused with the Force. Some could be harvested and used for lightsabers. The crystals here do not drain Force energy from Jedi. They collect the excess energy that radiates from those attuned to the Force. That can hardly be avoided. Even mundane actions of the basest creatures can create detectable ripples in the Force. A Minok beating its wings on the plains could cause a sandstorm in the desert, and figuratively speaking, Jedi have much bigger wings. That would create quite a large impression of yourself, and the crystals would eventually grow back.
The honor is mine. How may I serve? My life is yours. My life is yours.
The crystal responds to you. This is very rare indeed. The crystal's bond with you is such that the stronger you become in the Force, the more powerful your crystal will grow. This crystal will make an excellent focus for a lightsaber. Quite the contrary. Picture yourself as a sieve, and the Force as water pouring into you. This crystal draws from the excess water that escapes the sieve. The crystal is in tune with you. It will use whatever water that pours through you, be it dark or light.
don't suppose you found any of those atmospheric sensors? That's great news. My offer still stands. I'll pay you 3,000 credits for all of them. It is worth more to us than that. I'll pay you 4,000 credits for the lot of them. Thanks for your help on this. Here are the credits, as promised. I'll get this to Zeron when I get back to Kunda.
It's you again. Well, you know who I am. I figure you've got a reason for coming back. You want something? So you did. Here's the credits I told you about. Even with the caves cleared, I imagine it'll take some time before the Kinrath aren't on the plains. That was very helpful of you. You've saved some lives today. You want something?